Hello, this is Cindy with the Office of Student Writing and Learning, and today I want to share with you a great resource that's available to all students at the Chicago School, which is PowerNotes. In this short video, I will briefly explain what the PowerNotes platform is, what it can do for you, and how you can access it as a student at the Chicago School. One of the most challenging parts of research can be digital reading, note-taking, and organizing. For the most part, you are doing your research online and you're reading on your computer instead of, say, what you may have been used to, which is reading print articles or textbooks and handwriting notes. This can be a hard transition for some students, but it also represents some of the most difficult organizational challenges for almost all students. PowerNotes could be the answer to these challenges. PowerNotes is a platform to organize research and notes. It allows you to annotate, save, and organize the articles and websites that you use to research a topic for your papers. It also works on Canvas, so you can use it to take notes or to make sure that you curate the important information from a presentation within Canvas or a PDF file that's loaded into Canvas, and you can take those notes in PowerNotes as well. The platform also eliminates some of the most frustrating parts of digital research and reading, such as having to keep a bunch of tabs open on your computer so you don't lose an article that you need to finish reading, or losing a link to a resource that you want to cite, or struggling to find the information that you need to create a reference listing, or struggling to take notes and annotate as you read in a meaningful way since you're reading digitally. PowerNotes can also help you start the writing process even as you are doing your research. So it will save your notes and it will help you organize them into an outline so that you can download that as a Word document. It will automatically create what looks like a literature review matrix, which is an Excel sheet that organizes the information that you gleaned from your research, and it will allow you to export that as well. You can also save images from the research that you read. You'll want to be careful how you utilize those because you wouldn't want to violate, let's say, a copyright law. You'll want to use APA's advice on images in your own paper, but you could save an image that might help you understand a concept. It also creates the reference list as you research, read, and annotate, and it allows you to make comments or work on a paraphrase as you take notes during the reading process. So PowerNotes has a lot of features that make it very helpful and user-friendly, like drag and drop organization of your notes and easy aids that will help you set up group access to a project within PowerNotes. Best of all, the platform is available to students of the Chicago School under the university's institutional license for this tool. So let's walk through where you can find the tool. The PowerNotes tool is available to students on the university library website. And I think the easiest way to access the library's website is to use the Academic Support Hub from within Canvas. So let's say I'm in Canvas and I'm in this course, and this Academic Support Hub will be available in any course on Canvas. So whatever course you want to pop into, look along this left-hand navigation bar and you will see this Academic Support Hub. Now it could be anywhere in this list, so just kind of look around and click on that tab. It's going to redirect us and show us this home page. If you haven't visited the Academic Support Hub, it's a really great tool. So kind of click in there and see what's available to you as a student, but we're going to click this last link to the library. It's going to take us to the Chicago School University Library homepage. So to look for PowerNotes, we're going to go here to Tools and Apps. It's going to take us to this page that shows you a few resources that are available to you, but today we're just focusing on PowerNotes, so I'm going to click that. And it's going to take you to this introduction page. It's similar to what I'm doing here, but this video may go into a few of the tools that I'm not covering today, so this could be very helpful. But we're going to click on this Create an Account tab. So this page is going to give you step-by-step screenshots of how to set up your account. Be aware that when you set up your account on the PowerNotes site and download that Chrome plugin that will help you annotate, You do need to use your Chicago School student email account. So the email that ends in thechicagoschool.edu is the account that allows you to access this tool. So make sure that you're using that account when you follow these steps to set up. This help and support page is another thing that I want to point out to you. This page will link you out to some very helpful informational videos on PowerNotes. So any of the things that I go over here today are going to be in more detail in these other videos. So they're all curated for you here. So be sure to check those out to make sure you're using all of the tools. Okay, so let's say I've gone through the steps, I've created my account, I've downloaded the plugin, and now I just want to show you a little bit about how you might be able to utilize this tool as you're researching. So let's say I've done some research, I found an article that I want to use for a paper that I'm writing, and say it's this article. I access this through the library's database. So I'm reading along and I see, I want to highlight and grab some information from this that I might want to use in my paper. So as you'll see down here in this corner, there's a little PowerNotes icon, and this will just live on the Chrome browser so that you can use it anytime on a website, in an article, anything. So if I click this, it's going to bring up this right-hand bar and it's going to show me what project I'm in. And I can change what project I'm in just by looking here or going to a different project up here. But for today, I'm going to stay in this project. And let's say as I'm reading along, I decide I want to grab this last sentence. I think it might be helpful to me in the background for my own paper. So when I highlight, it brings up this little toolbar here that's asking me, okay, where do you want this information to go? Right now, I just have background. But as you can see here, you can also select a new topic. So let's say you're writing a paper that has several sections. You know you need to include 4 different kinds of information in there. You would just create that other topic and you could put the information in whatever kind of information bucket it seems to fit with. So let's say I'm going to put this in background information, and I want to make sure that I remember that this is something to do with labor practice. So I just add that little note. If this is your first time using this source, you might want to check the reference listing so that you make sure that you have the right information. So this right here, these little quotation marks are where you're going to want to go. So when I click that, it's going to bring up all of the citation information for this particular article. It's showing the URL, it's showing what format. You can change that, but I recommend, obviously, for our purposes, keeping it APA 7th edition. It'll also grab the DOI. While it does grab this information for you, you do want to check it. So I'm going to look here and see, okay, I've got the author's name, I've got the year, these are formatted correctly. The title of the article is formatted in sentence case, which is great. And then I've got the title of the journal, and it is in title case, and it's also italicized. The volume number is italicized, the issue number is not, and then I have the page numbers and the DOI. Great, all of the information that I want is there. So I'm going to hit save. And here's the quote that I grabbed. So it's right here. It's got a link to the source. It's got all of that information for the citation already in there for me. So that's just one of the ways that it helps you grab all the information instead of just having the tab open in and then hoping you're going to create in a different tool a reference listing and then check that. You can do it all as you're researching and kind of grab all of that information before you lose it, kind of organize it for yourself. So once you've installed this plugin, it's just going to live down here and you can minimize it, but anytime you need to annotate something into a project that you're working on, you just pull that out, and you pick up which project you need to be using right now, and then you would just add those notes, and it's going to keep grabbing all of that information for you. A couple things to just be aware of. You want to double check your information on the APA citation and and add maybe parenthetical citations as you make notes. The reference list will not be formatted in APA style if you export it to a Word document. So let me show you. Once we've done our notes, let's say we want to go into this outline and look at it. So obviously this would be more extensive if you were working on a longer project. But let's say this is my collection of notes for this project. If you go up here to this link, it says export. So you can export the information that you curate into an outline, or you can export a Word document of that bibliography information. Just be aware here, as I said, it will not be formatted in APA style. So you will need to add things such as double spacing, hanging indents, make sure that the font, both the color and the style are matching your original document. So all of those formatting type things will need to be done. You can also export it as an Excel document, so it will put all of the information that you've curated from your sources into an Excel sheet. So that can be really helpful to put the information into more recognizable forms for you. Here you can find this sharing button. So if you're working on a project with other students, you can add those students to your PowerNotes workbook for this project by adding their student email. So those are just a few of the things that you can do with PowerNotes while you're doing your research. For more information on how to best use it, I recommend checking out the help and support section of the library's website that we looked at earlier. I hope this video just piques your interest and encourages you to check out this tool and utilize it as you learn to organize your notes when you're doing digital research.